Hey, happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome back to this week's layout and project update. So right here, I got a couple of fantasy nickel plate SD40-2s with dynamic brake or dynamic brakes. So if you know anything about the nickel plate, they never had SD40s, let alone dynamic braking on their diesels. But Tony Custer sent me some photos to work on for the, I think it was the Nickel Plate Modelers magazine. And it was photos that a guy had submitted to him of nickel plate SD40-2s in the multi-stripe scheme. And I thought it was odd, in a good way, like great minds think alike, that gentleman's SD40-2s were in the low 1000 series, as are mine. So I included my photo to Tony and said, hey, check this out, great minds think alike. My SD40-2s are in a different scheme, but the same number series. And Tony actually liked the photo and said, hey, take it with a lower, like a rail fan angle, and do it in a more, he said Granger environment, but I don't really have Granger. I don't have cornfields and stuff like that. So this is about as country as it gets on my layout. And I've designed my layout that I can shoot a photo from, like, say, an advantage or a location like this, but I can also turn around and shoot a photo like this, and you can tell it's the same area, but you don't really know that it's 2 foot in the opposite direction. Same thing as if I take some photos over here at this this new scene I'm working on. I can zoom in on it, and all you'll see is a river in the background, a little bit of dried water bed right there, or lake bed, and I can zoom in and crop it, I guess you could say, and you won't even see these tracks on the right or in the center of the screen. Same thing from the angle from the park. I can change it up a little bit. There are less rocks on this embankment versus that, just so I can change the scene up a little bit and make it look a little bit different. I've done that multiple locations around my layout, just strictly for photography. And this is all the fault of Dustin Witten. Dustin used to always send me photos and post photos of his layout, and I've even taken my locomotives to his layout and taken photos, and I really enjoy this aspect of the hobby. And you know, I try to get sneaky and camouflage things with trees and placement of my camera so you can't see the tunnel down there. So I lower it down, it just looks like a bunch of trees, and I can Photoshop or crop that stuff out on the end. Just like when I come around this side, and I can angle the photograph where you can't see the road, and I've taken the road and I've got couple little twists in there, and you can lose the road in the photo without, you know, changing, you know, the whole scene around, you know, literally changing the scene around. Or, you know, you come through here and, you know, all you see is the highway right next to it, the train, but yet, you know, you come out a little bit and come up a little bit, and you can see a little bit of detail and scenery behind there. And if I pull the camera back, you know, different locations, for example, looking this way, you got Main Street, Tunnelton, but I look this way, looks like you're out in the country. So I'm pretty sure that's pretty common knowledge, or everybody else does that, but yeah, just my thing. I think I do it quite well, but who knows? I might suck, I don't know. We'll run in here, show you a couple of things. So in my last few videos, I've been talking about this section of layout that will start here at this corner and go way down there to that corner. And I have the materials on hand to start building that. My father donated some Luan, some 1/4-inch plywood, and some foam to the model railroad cause. He asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I basically told him, yeah, I really just want to get some foam and work on the layout. And he is really excited about this layout. He's a model railroader, or was in the past, and he's a rail fan as well. So he generously bought what I wanted for my birthday and gave it to me. And you know, I might have turned 53 years old, but my father makes me feel like a little kid every now and then. Normally I argue, hey Dad, don't buy me nothing, I don't need your money, I'm good. But it makes him so happy to do it, and he actually gets mad at me if I do that. So just let the guy be happy, right? So I was like, don't go overboard, but this is what I want. pay for whatever you want. He bought everything for me, so that's cool. So in the upcoming weeks, I'm gonna start here on this corner. I'm gonna build this section, start working to the left, Railroad East, and then I'll put the foam in, and I will start really getting down to the nitty gritty of planning these curves out down here. And my plan will be build the bench work, put the foam in, and lay a main line, one main line track all the way down the wall to connect with the rest of the layout right up in there. And the reason for that is so I can run trains in a loop again, and I really miss running trains like that. And sometimes I'll come out here on work. I'll come out here and work, excuse me, and I'll just, you know, put a train on, put it at a scale 30 mile an hour, and just let it run while I work. I enjoy hearing the train run. Most of my locomotives that have DCC and sound have what is it called, dynamic train control. So when the train starts going up grade just a little bit, you'll hear the train start working a little harder, the locomotives that is, working a little harder, and I enjoy that. So let me show you what else I've been working on. I think I talked about this the other day, so I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail. I got this little area down here worked out where main 1, you got main 2. This is actually the lead to the yard. This will be the Virginian, and the Virginian will come through a series of switches, come around, put this little straight section in, and then curve off here. So instead of having a diamond interlocker, I just have a series of turnouts. Nothing has really changed down here. I got a couple of switches, and I'm working on my little runaround track here. Everything else is about the same. I did discover an issue with my gate as it got hot out here in my train room. This rail right here expanded enough that when I open and close, it hits this rail right here. So for right now, I'm just leaving it closed so I can operate and not have to worry about any excessive expansion, as it's gotten pretty warm out here. It's been in the mid 90s here in North Carolina, which is about right for the end of June, early July. But at the same time, I'm gonna have to file this down a little bit and file this down a little bit, and it'll be pretty close when you open and close it. Very close tolerance. Down here you can see, focus, it's pretty close, and as the rails have expanded just a little bit, they're off just a hair, and I will go through there and do a little extra filing as well. What? Focus, my God. Okay, here's the big reveal. I got some people coming to see the layout soon, so I'm trying to clean everything up, and I've put this this is landscaping tarp or landscaping material. Where's my other one at? I got a new one around here. I'll show you exactly what it is, but I discussed it in a previous video that I had bought it. It's probably been a month or so ago because I forgot I had it, and I started working on this the other day. And I just threw, you know, a little bit down to, I guess a little bit up to kind of see what it was going to look like. And I know it's transparent, but when I put the other side on there, everything will be, you know, kind of dark. You won't be able to see, but you're not going to pay any attention to that anyway. So as you come around here, I have some shelves down here. So this part will hang in there and kind of be like a curtain. So it'll open up in the middle so you can get in there to whatever I got stored. And I got all this space up underneath of there. I know it looks like a mess right now, but in the near future, it will be organized and be an organized mess covered by that, you know, black material so you can't see. The same thing with all this crap I got stuck up here that's not going to be in the basement anytime soon. Will be hidden down here. And, you know, I learned that lesson when I was about 12 years old, and Mom, you know, got on me to clean my room, and I shoved everything underneath of my bed. My room looked spick and span until she looked under the bed. Of course, I got in trouble, but I learned a lesson. Sometimes it's easier to hide the mess than to get rid of the mess, and hence that's what I'm going to do. So the majority of the layout will have this black material hung from the layout itself. This area, I may not do that on this side so you can get to the cars and have easy access to the yard. I may do it on the other side, and I might do like a curtain thing here where, you know, you can kind of pull it open and all that. So, but that's in the future, like way in the future. So here in the near future, I'll hang it around the peninsula down here, and probably this section that I just built in the last month. The gate opens right here. So this is the hinges, or the hinges are right here. Not this is the hinges, but you know what I'm saying. I got a little accent. I live in the South. You can figure it out. So when the gate does open, this just kind of goes back. So this is the gate actually. Now this space here, you're probably wondering, you know, Rob, why did you leave that there? Well, I have Great Danes, and certain times of the year when it's cooler out here, I leave the French door open, and the dogs and the cats will come in and out, and this is literally for them. So the dogs, the Great Danes, will fit right through there and be able to come in and out and not try to duck underneath and tear anything up. And then, you know, once again, plenty of space down here for storage and hiding stuff. I need to put in some shelves, and I will use those shelves to put Dwight stuff, because these are a little bit too long to shove up underneath. But I can take Dwight stuff on these shelves with wheels on it. I don't know what you would call that. And that they will fit right here in front of the windows, but I don't want to put them in front of the windows because I don't want the sun to come through that little bit of opening and, you know, melt any of the plastic or cause any damage or warpage or anything like it, the Dwight stuff. Because even though he's kind of an ass to me all the time, I really like the guy and I don't want to damage his stuff. And he's got some cool stuff. You know, Chinese red, you know, big AC motor. And I'm not a modern locomotive guy. I don't know what that is. So if I call it an AC 44, don't bust my chops because it's a 44 ACW or whatever. So just, it's a group 6 in my mind because it's a big AC motor, but that's it. But he's got some, you know, some classic engines and stuff over here, and I really like these. And I know I've talked about these weathered auto rack cars before. My friend Tony has weathered those, and he is a master modeler. He is great. I've told him this a million times, but I'm gonna tell him again. Tony, when you watch this, leave a comment so everybody can see your YouTube channel. I want you to start doing some weathering videos for them because they need to see how great you are, and they're gonna learn a lot just like I learned a lot from you. So, matter of fact, look at the rust on that. He did that, even though it's upside down. Just flip it upside down. Look upside down, you'll see it right away. All right, so let me see, what else do I need to talk about? Do I want to talk about? I think that's about it. Dean was over the other day and I sat on this table and broke it, so this is about to go in the trash. So this area will get cleaned up here really quick. And let's see, I guess the biggest news is Dean and I, Dean is the, I guess his YouTube channel is the, what is that? Happy Coal Hauling something. I should have wrote this down. But Dean is a plethora of knowledge. He's a monster of a dude. He's like 6'5", makes me look like a midget. But what we're gonna do is start a podcast here on YouTube, and it's probably gonna be a monthly show unless we start getting a whole lot of views really quick. And what we'll do is we'll set up a small studio right here. And when I say studio, it's just gonna be like a high table, like a bar, and a couple of bar stools, you know, director's chairs or something like in this area to give you a little something to look at behind us. And I believe we're gonna call it, oh my God, what was it? Between the Railheads, something between the rail, talk between the Railheads. I think that's what it, talk between the rail. I will put this in the description. You're gonna get the official name, since I'm out here winging it and I don't have any notes to look at. And it's, I don't want to say it's going to be like What's Neat with Ken Patterson, but it's going to be just because Dean's father was an engineer for the Norfolk and Western. I'm a former conductor for Norfolk Southern, and Dwight don't know this, but Dwight's going to be in on it every now and then, and he'll find out when he watches this that he's going to be included, because I'm going to bring him down. I'm going to make him come down. That's his price for me storing all his stuff. And he's a retired train master for Norfolk Southern and my former boss. So I think when we start talking about railroads and prototype and modeling and our ideas and, you know, how you can use the prototype to dictate what you do on your model railroad. I think it's going to be some interesting commentary, a lot of good dialogue. You'll probably see you'll probably hear a lot of twisted humor, as Dean is he's prior Air Force. I'm retired Army. Dwight is retired Army. Dwight and I were both first sergeants, E8s, and he served for 24 years. So make sure you thank him for his service, and because he's an awesome dude when he's not being an ass to me, and I'm an awesome dude when I'm not being an ass to Dwight or Dean. And I have some twisted humor, and I say some stuff that's really inappropriate at times, but it's funny at the same time. I try to keep everything kid friendly, but that's why I put that little disclaimer on there. It's kind of a joke, but it's kind of serious at the same time, like a serious joke. I don't even know if that's a thing, but I try to not get too graphic or too vulgar, but every now and then some French comes out, so you got to be aware that I speak French, and all my French starts with an F and it ends with a K sometimes. I don't think I've got that far, in my little fits of speaking French, but some days it may happen. I hope I don't do that, but every now and then some swear words come out, so be mindful and have them earmuffs readily available for your child's virgin ears. And with that, I'm going to say thank you to everybody who viewed my last video. It's right under 2,500 views, which to some YouTubers, that's not a lot. For me and my channel, and for 7 days of views, that's a lot. That's a lot for me, and I greatly appreciate that. My hours are going up, my subscribers are going up, and to all of my new subscribers, thank you. I appreciate it. To my subscribers who have been with me since the beginning, I really appreciate it, and I hope the quality of my videos have improved, and that I hope that I have not been killing you with my crutch words, so and all that stuff, because I do say so quite a bit, but if I don't think about it, I don't say it that much. But then again, I'm probably saying it, I'm just not catching myself saying it. But at 17 minutes of my rambling, I want to tell you all thank you. Like, subscribe, comment, share this video, tell a friend, go watch another video, go watch 2 more videos, go watch 3 more videos, go watch all the short videos, and come back here in a few days and see what I talk about next. Thank you all very much.